Play grand cannons like a piano in patch 8.1. So, what's so grand about them? Let's find out. Recruited for 900 gold and 235 upkeep, as in, same as a Sky Lantern. On Ultra Scale, you're getting 4 cannons with 4,756 health unit wide. Armor is 20, leadership a middling 50, speed 30, and charge speed 40, which are unusual for artillery. Melee attack 10, attack interval 4.3 seconds, no splash damage. Melee defense starts at 6. Weapon strength 24 is split base 21 and armor piercing 3, so basically the crew stab like archers. Charge bonus 5, mass 1500 per cannon. So what about the actual weapon? The cannons come stock with 22 volleys worth of ammo. Range is 450 meters default, grand indeed. Each and every projectile is flaming attack for better and worse. This is to say, no magical attack default, firing at a great Taurus will not do much for actual damage relatively speaking. Impact damage is base 88 and armor piercing 352 per strike. No explosion effect whatsoever. Reload time is as slow as molasses, 22 seconds. Total accuracy starts at 35, where the standard issue is 20. This rises with veterancy. Calibration distance 275 meters means extra inaccurate past that. Calibration area 8.5 meters means the natural drift that accuracy counters is moderate and cannon-like. There is a penetration cap of very large, and a max targets hit after the first of 9 no matter what. So that means it tends not to be stopped easily shot per shot, but it's not the absolutely absurd levels against regular infantry on a side shot across the rectangle some weapons are capable of. It's still pretty good. This is obviously a siege attacker meant to hammer gates and walls. Battle Harmony Yin means it can go from plus 4 leadership, plus 4% speed, and plus 12 reload skill, to plus 8 leadership, plus 8% speed, and plus 24 reload skill if a Dragon Lord is boosting Harmony. Point being, reload time is the big impediment to DPS, so you want to abuse this mechanic as much as humanly possible. In the Cathay Lord Redline skills, Eastern Fires returns. At 3 pips, it grants ammunition plus 20% and missile strength plus 8%. Fast Hands gives rank 7 and above cannons missile strength plus 6%, reload time reduction 10%. That's full time, and missile resistance plus 15% to last during artillery duels better. In the Grand Cathay Tech tree, this is a pure Yin unit. Moon Reflecting gives leadership plus 4, but since it's not missile infantry, we move on. Yin Defense grants armor plus 10, leadership plus 6, and ammunition plus 15%. Yin Hex grants upkeep minus 10%, recruit rank plus 2, and melee defense plus 4. That's the obligatory stuff. What's specific here, with wadding cartridges, is yet another plus 15% ammunition, range plus 10%, and it started pretty strong, missile strength plus 15%, and as the disoriented contact effect, 22 seconds of minus 30% speed, minus 6 melee attack, and minus 4 melee defense. So besides firing longer, firing further, and hitting harder, they do a debuff for helping in monster duels, and provide a new, non-redundant source of slowing that helps keep enemies from reaching your front lines, perhaps allowing Iron Hail gunners to get off one more precious volley before contact with your speed bump or the missile units themselves. This is obviously of tremendous practical help, and the best thing is, you don't need to think about it, it just works. So, how do we deploy Grand Cannons? Yes, the obvious answer is in the back, but there are caveats. Since it's a fairly flatline artillery, you ideally want a hole in the front line crafted for its use. Also, the speed not being the complete garbage you normally expect. There is a possibility of flanking an engaged line with it, but that's probably late in the fight only. It's more realistic to assume this is indeed in the back, and you must deliberately get some sort of Yang generating unit there to help. You're obviously going to be limited by the movement of your target, but this damage profile makes it a good option against monstrous cavalry, infantry, regular cavalry, and then regular troops. Targeting single entity monsters is a niche, but it can totally work, and if one gets knocked down, that's less damage they receive, but it breaks up the enemy's charge. Never forget, all this has a strict limitation of requiring distance from the enemy. The Grand Cannons might get a big boost from reload skill help with Harmony, but they're declawed kittens if Orc boys are slapping them around at melee range. Incidentally, being flaming attack will make them extra powerful on interior siege buildings like player-built towers. There is no advice needed for hitting the broadside of a city gate. Take care, and have fun cannoning the enemy in grand style.